Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here, and we're going to kick off today's episode of this Sevilla save on FM 2021 on the page of Marcos Acuna, who has just complained about match time while injured. Apparently, I broke my promise to play him while he's injured. But anyway, let's get into today's episode, and we will be taking on Barcelona in the 5th round of the Copa del Rey. The 5th round is the quarterfinals. I don't know why they call it this. They've just determined, I'm pretty sure it's the quarterfinals anyway. There's only these teams left. They've just decided we'll call it the 5th round. We want to be different. We're not going to call it the quarters. So we might make it to a semi, but as you can see, there were some easier options, like the team that Real Madrid got. There were some easier options. We didn't get them. We got Barcelona. We've brought you a Barcelona game already, but it's quarterfinal of the Cup, so why not bring you this one? And a full month has gone by, and it was a big, busy month of January that has just happened. And we've actually managed to make some business to come in next season, and a player has left the club out on loan. So leaving the club out on loan was expected. Janalu, I would have loved to have kept him. He wanted game time, and he needs it. At his age of 19, he needs to be getting as much game time as possible so that he improves and becomes an absolute beast for this team. So we let him go out. But the most important thing here, right? The most important thing you need to talk about is Yorkie. You mentioned there's 2 players that have come in. That's a 1. That'd be 2. And the first of those 2 is Colin Dagbe. Jesus Navas is getting old. Janalu plays better further forward. So we only really have the 1 right back in Carvajal, who's 30. Colin Dagbe. He's French. He's brilliant. Now, I think he should be better on the game, in my opinion. When I've watched him in real life, he looks like he's going to be very good. I imagine in next year's game, he'll be even better. But he's very, very quick. He's decent going forward, which we like. Now, he's not the greatest in a defensive capacity, but neither is Navas. So this guy is still very good. 2.8 million. I could have brought him in now, but I decided not to. I mean, we've got the perfect number in the registration. There's going to be players leaving, Navas being one of them. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, Colin, coming in next season, lovely. Lovely bit of business, I think. But he wasn't the only signing that we made. We signed Dusan Vlahovic. I believe I'm saying that correctly. He looks fantastic. The Serbian striker at Fiorentina. Guess what we paid for him? Nothing. This guy's coming in for 0. Zilch. Did not pay a penny. 23 starts for them this season, 7 goals. Continentally, 5 appearances, 2 goals. Now, that isn't a lot of goals, okay? Yeah, I get it. That isn't a lot of goals. But hopefully he scores a lot of goals for us, which is what's important. He's not the quickest, which is usually what I prefer. But let's be honest. Santos Borg got injured. Naziri hasn't been the world's best striker this year. And on a free, you just can't go wrong. He's only 23 as well. Let's see how he gets on next season. Vlahovic will be joining Sevilla. That's it for the business. We do have a little bit of news about the team going into next season. There are going to be a couple of retirements. Those being Jesus Navas. Unfortunately, he is going to retire now. Navas is probably good enough to keep going for now, but he has determined that he wants to retire, as well as Buffon. But I mean, we haven't even registered Buffon this year. He's not playing for us. He signed 2 years, so I might play him last game of the season if, and that's a big if, man, we are like safe, we're comfortable in the top 4 or whatnot, and then I might give him the opportunity to play because he deserves it. The man is a legend. He just didn't do very well for us. But of course, we've played a month. There's been some games, a lot of them. Let's see what happened. Since he was last here, we have played a lot of matches. We played in the 2nd round against this side, Laredo, maybe that's potentially how it's said. Bernadeschi, Campos getting 2 and Nico Serrano scoring. We then played against Villarreal in the league to a ball draw, a 0-0, absolutely shocking. Terrible game of football, wasn't enjoyable for anyone. We then played against Getafe and got ourselves a good, well-worked 2-0 victory. And Naziri and Ocampos with the goals. We then come up against Levante in the Copa del Rey 3rd round to push us a little bit further forward. We've had a bit of a cup run, obviously 3 cup games in that month, and then the Barcelona match coming up. It was going to be Partizan Belgrade. We might still bring that, but I feel like we should get through that game. Should be an easy enough match. I've said that now. We'll probably lose it. But it should be an easy enough match. There's bigger matches to bring you in the meantime in the effort to speed up the series. Just a little bit for the viewership. But En-Nesyri scored a fantastic goal in this one. Beautiful finish. Well done, En-Nesyri. Very happy with that against Levante. We proceeded to go on this great month, by the way. Only drawing 1. Not lost any. Won the rest. It's been great against Cadets. Christiansen, Ocampos and Rakitic Rakitic with a double. We beat them 4-0. We also then against Almeria, and I know that these were some easier games in the league, but you've got to win them. And we struggled last year. I mean, do you remember the Valladolid game from last year? It was awful. These are important matches that we make sure we pick up the points. Potential banana skin in Almeria when they scored the opening goal 3 minutes in, but we rallied a Nico Serrano, who's proving to be very important and massively improving, and En-Nesyri picking up goals to give us the victory. We then come up against Real Betis, and this one was a fantastic game. And the Ocampos goal, you've got to see it. It was ridiculous, but we will take it. We'll take goalkeeper howlers like that all day long, and a 2-0 victory to put us in this quarter-final now in the Copa del Rey. After that, we beat Husquia. I never say that one right. They did equalise, and then we managed to score a penalty. Again, it's one of those games that was a potential banana skin away from home. You can lose those kind of matches, like the Almeria game, but we come out the right side. There's something about this team this year that just seems to have that little bit extra fight when we're in those kind of matches, whereas last year we'd have drawn it or lost it. We'd have gone on to attack them and they'd have actually scored again. This year it's going well. So as you can see already in the league, we're still unbeaten. We are the only side left unbeaten in the league. Now, do I believe that we're going to stay that way? Probably not. We're one game away from playing half a season. But what it does mean is that we're quite comfortably in the top four. My only issue is Valencia and Atletico Madrid are choosing to have unbelievable seasons themselves. Now, it's okay for one of those to have an unbelievable season because it would still leave us in the top four, but it's not good that they're both having that, because it does mean that if we do have a slump, which is feasibly possible, we could drop out of that. One to note, 11 goals conceded this season. The only team that's done better than that is Barcelona. That is some achievement considering the 2 seasons prior to this. But before we go into this Barcelona game, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1K. We will get there, I promise. At least before Christmas. Surely. I've said that last year. I'm going to say it again this year. Surely. It's also my birthday this weekend, so if you do not see the odd upload, wish me a happy birthday in the comments right now. If you do not see the odd upload, it's probably because I'm hungover, I'm partying, I'm living my best life, kind of, and that will be the situation. There shouldn't be any interruptions. I've managed to get myself ahead with recordings, which is, you know, go me. Let's get into this Barcelona match. Full strength for this one. Carvajal coming back into the team. Naby Keita has slotted in pretty well so far. I've been fairly happy with him. I need to see a little bit more from him, but he needs to get used to the system. And the injuries are there, though, which is a bit of a problem for us. They're very apparent. We can get Oscar on the bench here, right? Can't we? Because we're missing a sub. So we will get Oscar on the bench. So, yeah, injuries is a bit of a problem, but it's not the end of the world. This team just feels like they're capable of doing special things this season. And maybe that is beating Barcelona. If you remember to the first game this season, we probably should have beaten them. We ended up coming out with a draw. Well, let's see if this is going to be the one where we do beat them. It was important to have a good press conference coming into those kind of games. But to be honest with you, this year, I don't think I've had a bad press conference. They're pretty easy to nail this time round. I remember in previous versions of the games, I could have a howler. I could have an absolutely horrendous press conference. It just doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. Although that could just be this season. This is the best season that we've had here, of course, with Sevilla, having 2 very, well, turmoil-filled seasons in which I wish I had have changed more about the squad and done more to change the team. Because there's one thing that I noticed this season. We've got a team that very much mirrors how I usually like to play Football Manager. And that is very important to have that kind of squad when you're playing a game like this. To have a team that you're familiar with. The kind of players that you're familiar with. Christensen's hit the crossbar. What is it with live comms and crossbars? But yeah, to get players that you're familiar with is very important. And I must admit, this year I really do value the physical and athletic side of players. I find it really important. I know I'm playing Rakitic, but I find it really important to have that balance in your team, to have those players that can do that. What I say for Onana, he's probably been a big key to this as well. Signing Onana on a free. And when you think about the free transfers we've actually made over this save, it's pretty ridiculous. It's Ronnie Lopez here. What could this be? Go on, Ronnie. Go past him. De Jong's really good, though, isn't he? De Jong is really good. I know a little bit about this Barca side because we did do a Barcelona one-season save over on the Twitch stream. I will link the Twitch down below. Feel free to come and follow. Hang out sometimes. It's good fun. We don't have a set schedule, but I do go live fairly often. If you do want to know more information about when I go live or uploads and you haven't hit the notification, that was nearly a goal from Ocampos, do follow me on Twitter, man. Just click the links down below. Follow Twitter, Discord, whatever you want. If Discord ain't your scene, it's good to be notified using Twitter. I'm trying to be a lot more active, and I am definitely a lot more active than I've used to be. And as Ocampos hits the side netting, and we're questioning already how we're not in the lead. And the issue with questioning that is we questioned that last time we played against Barcelona. We didn't go in the lead, and they ended up, drawing against us. They got a result that they didn't deserve. Good long throw again to Ocampos, but we just can't get onto it. Can we force them into a mistake here? Now they're passing their way out. Sergio Roberto now. He's got some space down this wing. That's not good news for us. Sergio Roberto, Messi. They re-signed Messi, of course, and that isn't one thing that I would do if I was at Barcelona, and I didn't do it. Ocampos now, though. Do we have the runner? It doesn't matter. Ocampos is going to go for it. He's hit the woodwork. We've hit the woodwork twice and the side netting, yet to score the goal. I feel like we're just doomed against sides like Barcelona not to get the results that we want, because we have played fantastically in this match. That seems to be the theme at the moment against the big sides. We play brilliantly, but might not get the result we want. Ocampos, Ronnie Lopez, just before half-time. Ronald, my son, getting the goal. Go on for the boys. Absolutely on cloud nine. That is fantastic. We will press Rafael Guerrero. I do trust my assistant a little bit more this year because they do have some decent... I mean, I don't know what ter Stegen was doing there, but we'll take that all day long. That brings us into half-time. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. We have the lead. Now, we don't want to get too on top of ourselves. It is only just the lead, and we're pretty good at giving them up. So, hopefully, I will have faith in the boys. I will tell them that they're good. I am going to praise them as well because we've taken the lead against Barcelona. Home game, though. We do have the home advantage. Let's remember that. Ocampos, a second goal would really make me feel a little bit more comfortable. And I could sit here and drink my coffee and talk to you guys and just feel free, feel at ease with the way that the game has gone. Christiansen now, Naby Keita. Christiansen. We do have a far better team. Christiansen has come in and settled down fantastically. He's been very good for the team. He does have the odd mistake in him, but less of that, oh Nana. Less of that, mate. He does have the odd mistake in him, but nonetheless, he's a very good player. I'm actually going to berate them as soon as I get a chance, because can we not be comfortable, boys? Can we not pretend that we're comfortable with the situation we're in and make mistakes like that? Because I would prefer you didn't, if we was being honest. It might be time for a sub. Maybe Gannigan for Delaney. You want good legs there at ball. Don't give a pen. You want good legs there at ball winner, don't you? Get away with that a little bit. Throw-in now for Barca. It will not be a throw-in. So Gannigan's actually having a good game. So I'm going to bring off Rakitic for Elena. Yeah, I'm feeling Carlos Elena. And then Naziri's not existed in this one, so Nico Serrano up top. Nico, he's one for the future. He's going to be very good here. Barrenechea and Nico will come good. They'll be my two young Spanish signings that I have signed that actually end up being fantastic and fairly cheap. I mean, Barrenechea wasn't ridiculously cheap first season and probably wasn't a smart first season signing when you're trying to get, Champions League football, but he's been great. And Nico Serrano was dirt cheap, wasn't he? He barely cost us anything. Oh, is he being sent off here? Oh, he's being sent off, surely. Is he off? There we go. Milinkovic-Savic, red card. Absolutely fantastic. Get a second goal now and we can count down. Christiansen gets his noggin on the ball, but it's not good enough. We can relax a little bit now. I might have to bring off Ronnie Lopez, though. He looks knackered. So does Ocampos. So we might have to start considering that change soon. They're still going to be dangerous. It's pretty early in the game, but I'm going to play for set pieces, just purely so that I don't have to worry too much. We will do Oscar for Ocampos here. Ronnie Lopez still seems to have more than enough legs, but not passing ability. That was an interesting pass, wasn't it? Ocampos. Serrano. Wow, that was an interesting shot as well, wasn't it, from Nico Serrano? We're very late into the game now. Barca with a man less. You got to imagine that this is game over, but I would still like another goal because for me, it's never game over on FM, is it? And I hate those final moments where it'll show you extra highlights just to raise your heart rate. Carvajal now. Have we cut them open? Carvajal, Ronnie, Naby, Keita, this, what? How come? How come? Why? Who is offside here? Who? What's that? How is that offside? You've got to be raging here, aren't you? Naby Keita's goal chalked off for that. Absolutely disgusting. That's definitely a goal. I zoomed right in there, didn't I? I can't believe they've chalked that off. There was nothing wrong with it. Carvajal, though, is causing them a lot of problems, which is good to see. It's good to have him back in the team. Pedri, God, I'd love him. Ocampos, there we go. Done and dusted. We can relax now and potentially make a couple of subs. I'm pretty sure I did Ocampos for Oscar. Has it only just taken... It's not done the sub.
What?
FM seems a bit buggy at the minute. It's not done the sub. Did Ocampos... It's telling me I'm out of subs and that I have subbed off. 77th minute. We're not in... I don't... Okay. We're just going to go with the flow, guys. This is proving how buggy the game still is this late in the year. But Ocampos is still on the pitch. He's not supposed to be. I can't make another sub, so I've just been completely done out of a substitution here. And, oh, God, they go close. Yeah, we've just been absolutely done out of a sub, haven't we? I can't believe that. Ocampos is still on the pitch. Not that it's a problem. He's just scored a goal, but give me my sub back then. Oscar's supposed to be out there at the minute. Did say that it's been done in the 77th minute, and we're beyond that now. And the sub isn't being made. I don't understand. I mean, that offside is not an offside. And the substitution has said to have been made, but hasn't been. Cannot make any more subs. Great. Cheers, FM. But surely that should bring proceedings to a close. And it does. And we will have a semi-final on our hands already. A cup semi-final. Milinkovic-Savic got sent off, but we were the better side before that. Let's focus on that. We were the better team in this game before Savic got sent off. The subs bugged out. There was no way that was offside, but we'll take that. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. What a fantastic result that is. This season has been bloody brilliant. We've got some big games coming up, but the semi-final is neutral, and it looks like it's going to come up in a few days. So I'll probably play that. I'll probably play out this month. This is a really intense month coming up now for us because we've got some big league games with Atletico and Valencia in there. You saw where they are in the table. Partizan Belgrade. This is going to be an intense month, and hopefully we can just keep all the boys fit. But boys, that's going to be it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, go on to leave a like. Why not? I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Yorkie Man, and I will see you in the next one where hopefully we keep this up and a little bit less bugs.